So we've got kind of I'm calling it a cathartic video today because, well, a lot of this doesn't, I actually have a written up script thing next to me so that I don't lose track. I spent a good part of the morning putting them in order so they make sense and making sure, because I kind of typed it up in an emotional bleh, and sometimes I know when I do that I repeat myself. And by repeating myself is that I say one thing and then talk more about it, talk more, move on to topics, and then it comes up again, so I say it differently, and my brain says, oh, you didn't bring up this before, but I did. So hopefully a lot of these don't repeat. But put a shirt on today so that, you know, we're fairly decent. It was a little trying to try to put this thing on by myself, but I wound up doing it. I might be leaving this on until Aaron gets home. Anyways, so we're going to jump right into this video. Be aware that there will be probably some emotions. A lot of this stuff can be just seen as paranoia on my part, but what this is concerns that are in my head, and I don't know if they're real or not, but they are powerful enough that they do affect me. And that hopefully by not just writing them down, but expressing them here, it will be cathartic. Much of this is due to my injury with my broken collarbone. Tape's still there. And so I'd like to show that this is kind of a normal process. In the athletes I have talked to in the past that have had major leg injuries in college or stuff, they have sat around in their dorm room or whatnot and had depressive episodes. And I know these happen, and it's time to show another day in the life of an athlete that these do happen. Injuries happen, obviously, but there is depression that comes with it. So, without further ado, I am afraid this injury will stop me from playing the position I love. I'm afraid that this injury will be more of a setback for me than it is for others. I'm afraid that no matter how hard I work or how passionate I feel, I will never wind up being the football player that I want to be. I'm afraid that I will need to start over with the team because of this setback, while many others have progressed. I'm afraid that no matter how long I play football, rookies will always be better. I'm afraid that I am seen as weak by my teams because I get injured a lot. I'm afraid that by trying so hard in practice and accruing injuries, I do not ever see playtime during games. I'm afraid that this injury has sealed my fate with football in life, and that it has proven to me I am too weak to play with the big boys. I'm afraid of being useless to my team on the field, but being treated like I did accomplish something. I am afraid of never making my dream a reality. I'm afraid that I will never get to play in a larger arena. I'm afraid that I will let myself down also. I'm afraid that people cheer me on for achieving low bar things, and that I may in turn hold myself to a lower standard. I'm afraid that I can't get in with a social group because I don't speak their language, I don't have a history with the team, and I can't fake my way into being liked. I'm afraid that I surround myself with people who don't actually understand me and keep me at a distance because of that. I'm afraid that in moving overseas, I left behind a lot of what I had built up, and it will take a lot longer to rebuild it over here. I'm afraid of never fitting in and constantly being alone within crowds. I'm afraid that people don't understand what it's like to be on the outside and alone so much that they think I'm just whining for attention. I'm afraid that I'm just one of those people that started out a bench writer and will always be a bench writer. I'm afraid that I'm one of those people that never wins MVP or Rookie of the Year because I don't stand out enough to be noticed. I'm afraid of getting a championship ring when I really didn't do anything to help the team achieve it. I'm afraid I don't know how to change these things and become better because there aren't people around that have experienced this kind of thing and can help me with it. I'm afraid that I will never reach a level of friendship for physical affection, like bro hugs and shoulder slaps, like I see so many other people get. I'm afraid that people don't like to take selfies with me for social media. I remember one point at one time when I was a cornerback, the DBs wanted me to take a picture of the entire DB crowd, and they didn't have any problem that I was not in the picture. I feel like I'm seen as one of those people as a backroom co-worker and not an active contributor. I'm afraid that I don't fully understand things and that people see me as retarded, or worse, entitled. I'm afraid that at the same time I take this sport too seriously and not seriously enough. I am afraid that I will never have what it takes to be a real football player like Willie. I'm afraid of letting you all down and not being the football YouTuber that so many others are on this platform. I'm afraid that maybe people might be looking up to the wrong person and that I might be portraying myself differently than I am. And I'm afraid that I will never become the kind of player I think the fans expect me to be. I'm afraid that this video will come off as whiny and bitchy and unbecoming of a grown-ass man. I never wanted to be a football YouTube star. In fact, the most popular video on this channel was done as a joke for the gay community. I never wanted to play football for the Instagram photos, although they are nice when they happen. I know I'm not like Silas Nicita or Nick Alfieri or Connor Sullivan. I'm not a high-profile football player. I don't know if I'll ever be like them on YouTube or in football. I don't know if I'll ever meet them, no matter how much I look up to them or be friends with them. Sometimes I'm afraid that what makes me unique and different and what makes this channel unlike others is what might keep people from being attracted to it more, because I'm not what everyone's expecting. All I really want to do is play football. I want to be useful on the field to the team and share what I think is what I personally think is an interesting and very unique life. And I don't know how to do that right now, especially with this injury, as things are on hold.